12,000 in our Wednesday night WSOP free roll. Whoa. That should be a little better. Aces for Mike Reed first hand. He's going to make it 30,000 to go. And a call from Rhonda with nines. Uh-oh. Looks like Joe gets out of the way, but Alex with 7-3 is just going to get the last 9,000 in there. See if he can make away with some of those chips these guys have thrown in the middle. Aces versus nines versus the 7-3 offsuit. Good start. 2, 4, queen, 2 hearts. Bet a 30,000 for Mike Reed. Rhonda's gonna make the call with the pocket 9. She's gonna need some help here. The second queen is not what she's looking for, but they check this time. The jack is not gonna help her either. Aces are good here all the way through. Good start is a way to frame the 7-3. Great game from Alex. Just not the chips to stay up with the players at our final table. Some pretty big stacks out there. Rhonda lost that hand, losing a decent chunk of chips. But still, it's at 475,000, so pretty large stack to start off our final table. Kirby currently the short stack with queen 10. He's gonna make the call, as well as Rhonda. She's gonna get in there with the king 9. The Jeremy special for Jeremy. He makes the call, of course. Zach's gonna check. King 9-7, 2 hearts on the flop. Rhonda flops 2 pair. Gut shot for Kirby and Zach. All in for both of these players to make the call. Zach is not going to stick around, nor is Kirby. 2 pairs good for Rhonda. 48,000 chips. Suited ace. Ace 8 of hearts for Mike Reed. Ladies for Jeremy. JV. Not so special last hand, but he quickly repaid. And no one's gonna stick around. JV gonna take it down pre-flop. Rockets for Mike W. In the +1. He's all in. King 10 suited hits the muck. Looks like nobody is sticking around. No action for the aces. The Jeremy special for Jeremy. He'll raise it up to 36,000. Call from Zach with the Jack 10. He's going to be all in for less. The 5-3 of hearts for Jeremy. JV, not quite in the lead, but it is Zach who's at risk. 10 on the flop for him. And now, drawing dead. Zach's going to find the double up through the Jeremy special. Jeremy had the Jeremy special twice now in our final table in the last, I don't know, 7 minutes. Fold around to Mike Reed, who's got King Jack of Hearts. He'll raise it up to 35,000. Mike W. Make sure that Joe's not involved here. No, he did get away from it. I thought Joe did. And no caller to the raise pre-flop. Mike Reed takes it down with the King Jack of Hearts. We got a cash game going. If you're looking to get in on some of our cash games tonight or another night, you can give us a call or text at 575-444-6405. Looks like it's going to be a call for the ace rag under the gun. It's going to be all that Kirby has with the Jack 10 of clubs. King 5 suited for JV. He's going to make the call. A call from Joe as well with the ace. Currently the high card out there, but anybody's game to the flop. King 7-10. They check all the way to the turn, all the way to the river. but no help. The turn is the ace, 2 pair. Joe takes the lead. The 4 of hearts on the river. Joe is good. Alicia in the hot seat. It's gonna be all she has. We didn't quite catch the cards. Pocket tens for JV. Surely a call. He does make the call. Joe is out of there. Queens. At risk, but in the lead. Alicia just needs to dodge a 10 here on the river, and she does. Queens are going to be good. Big double up for Alicia. JV not having a whole lot of fun at the beginning of our final table tonight. Even though he's had his favorite hand twice in 10 minutes. Can't please everybody, you know. Suited king for Mike W. One minute remaining in 6-12-12. Mike W does make the call with the suited king. Ace-5 for Jeremy. He's in there. Joe gets away from the small blind, and Alicia with ace-6 has JV notched with the ace-5. King, queen, 10, 2 diamonds on the flop. Top pair for Mike. Alicia and JV both chasing that jack for the ace-high straight. Mike likely going to bet here, tax those draws. He does. He makes it 24,000 to go. And no callers. No one's going to chase the jack. And Mike's king is going to take it down on the flop. Pocket threes for Mike W. See if he's prospecting. No set mining tonight. Joe raises it up to 30. with the ace-6, only facing the blinds. And they both fold. Good fold there from Alicia in the small blind with the ace-3. Raised by the button, could have very well been in trouble up against the ace-6. Gets away from it pre-flop. Preserves all those chips she just won from JV. Looks like this time Rhonda has the pocket threes. She is feeling a little, a little bit more lucky. She's gonna make the call. King 10 suited for Zach. That's gonna be all he has with the King 10 suited. Queen Jack comes along with Mike Reed. Now it's Queen Jack versus King 10 up against the pocket threes, which do make the call. We are going 3 ways to a flop. Heads up on the side. Zach all in. Pre-flop. Ace 5 10. Zach in the lead with his pair of 10s. Oh, it's a 4 5 10. They check it all the way down, and Queen on the river. It means it's going to go to Mike Reed. Top pair with the Queen Jack. Good hand for Mike Reed. Going to find himself a lot of chips. Great game from Zach tonight. We got 11 minutes until we go on our final break. Nine 8 suited for JV. He'll make it 50 to go. Big bet here. Rhonda makes the call. King, Queen, offsuit. We're going heads up to the flop. Wow. 9 on the flop. 9 high even. 9, 5, 4. 2 diamonds. Wow, wow, wow. Rhonda bets 40, and a snap all in from JV is going to induce the fold. Great playing there from JV, flopping the top pair. Gets the bet out of position from his opponent and quickly gets all of his chips in the middle. Take it down without having to see any more of those scary cards like the Turn or the River. Not a whole lot of great cards to come out with 9-8 there, but it's definitely a good flop. This time it's King Deuce of clubs for JV. A bet of 40,000 chips from Joe with Big Slick. Rhonda's going to be in there with the baby connectors, 5-4 offsuit. Suited King for Mike W as well. In the big blind, he's already got a lot out there, but he is going to get away from it. King 6 does not make the cut. Bet of 40,000 on the turn and a raise to 80 from the Ace King. Pair of 4s, all that Rhonda's got right now. but it's going to be good. Looks like they check over to Joe. All in, and the ace-king gets the bluff through. Great hand from Joe there. Last-ditch effort. He gets the third club on the river. He gets another overcard to the 4. He finally gets it through. Tried with the raise there on the turn. Little scary when you get called by that. Small blind player on a board like that, they could have all sorts of hands that they're protecting those blinds with. King 7 of clubs for Alicia. Makes the call. 10-8 of clubs for Mike W. He's not going to want to see those clubs come. He does make the call. A check. King Jack of diamonds for JV. Not half bad to look down at in the big blind. A couple of suited face cards, and he catches top pair. Backdoor straight, backdoor diamond draws. All sorts of stuff here. Second pair for Mike. Looks like JV. Raising. He was suspicious of the bet there. He raises up to 100,000 on this flop. It's right back to Mike W with the 10-8 suited. He's got backdoor clubs, middle pair. JV has a distinct lead on the flop, and Mike does get away from it. Ace Jack, the big jack for Alicia under the gun, and an open fold. Queen 10 for JV, he's going to stick around. Joe's going to take it down. Ace 9. Another suited king from Mike W. He's been finding them all night. He's been folding them all night, too. It's raised to 32, and it looks like a quick fold from the big blind. Looks like Alicia is going to be making a call. The mystery hand, Mike Reed with 3-4 clubs. Queen Jack. Queen Jack for Alicia. Ooh, a 4 for Mike Reed and a Jack for Alicia. Looks like she's dragging. Oh, it's just about a 20,000. Looked like she might be ready to shove all in. It's a call from Mike Reed. And now the 3, 2 pair for Mike Reed. 2, 3, 4 of spades out there. What a scary board. All in, a quick call. Alicia's going to need some help. She's at risk and behind to the 4-3. No help on the river. A great game from Alicia tonight. Mike Reed with the 4-3 of clubs. Miracle turn to take the lead and eventually take down the pot. 5 players remaining, soon to go into our final break. We will, as long as no one's eliminated before we leave in 2 minutes. We are currently on the bubble. So we'll probably return to button payout has been negotiated, so technically everybody is in the money. Pocket 3s for Joe. He's going to raise it up to 42,000. And he gets the folds. Not the worst case scenario for the pocket 3s. Don't always want all those callers. This will be the final hand at 8,000, 16,000, 16,000, and the final hand before our break. JV under the gun with Jack 8 suited in the spades. Let's it go. Ace-6 for Joe. Just the call. King 9 suited for Mike Reed. Jack 8. Rhonda wants to see if she can get any action with the Jack 8. Going 3 ways to the flop. Ten, 3, 4 rainbow. It's a bet of 32,000 from Joe. And no callers. With that hand finished, we are on break for 15 minutes. We'll be right back to finish up the action on our final table.
Hey, what's your name?
Jeremy.
Oh, you're Jeremy?
I'm Jeremy.
Oh, sorry.
I've been dealing to you for the past couple months. You
I
don't
know.
know my name yet?
Porzingis. Let's not get too hyped up on him.
No, he wasn't playing.
Boston fan right here.
Oh, yeah.
Easy now.
Okay, see, looks pretty good.
They do.
They
They look like the third best team in the league.
The Boston probably did.
And Boston will be tough in the second game series. If they can get and stay healthy.
Coin?
Mm-hmm. I know, man. It gets expensive. You're telling me I'm about to hit it? It's alright. That's gonna be a good hand.
You got
You got
you
got enough to put a dent. Put a dent, that's for sure. Everybody does. They'll take us all out one swoop.
Rhonda. She. Crab.
pizzas.
At the horseshoe, they're having the circuit, the WSOP circuit. That's where you're staying, right? Oh, you're staying in Paris.
When you going, Mike?
Next week.
Next week?
March Madness.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it'll start.
I love being out there for March
Oh,
Madness.
that's
The 20th. Oh,
my
shoot.
favorite time. Thursday.
You gonna go to Circa? I want to go there to Circa to watch some games.
You gotta go there.
Hell yeah. They get good alcohol too.
It's unbelievable, all those TVs there.
Oh. One day, me and my wife, we saw Floyd Money Mayweather walking down. Little midget ass with a big suitcase of money.
That was a million at least.
I got what?
There it is.
Yeah, I got one.
Well, fuck, they got some for it.
Thanks. I mean, you tight ass. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Can't believe they just released him.
It's crazy.
Got over it.
Got the film. Yeah. That and injuries. He kept getting hurt.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You think he'll be a Patriot?
Yep.
He fits the bill with this lower white receiver.
What was that?
Six of Hearts not coming. Race of 40,000.
He's glad that 6 Hertz didn't come.
I didn't need it. Thank you for turning up at 6 o'clock.
Helps you big time.
Yeah.
Cowboys signed a running back. Not yet, Rhonda, not yet. Free race.
$20,000 to play, Mike. $50,000.
Pocket tens for Mike Reed. Joe raises to 50,000 with Jack 8 offsuit. And a bet on the flop from Joe is going to take it down. Ace, King, Deuce, 2 hearts on the flop. Bad news for the pocket tens. Big slick for JV in the cutoff. He'll make it 80,000 to go. Pocket nines for Joe on the button. He lays down the pocket nines. Mike Reed gets away from it, but Rhonda's quickly all in. It's Cowboys. The 4th king on the flop. Dead on the turn. Rhonda finds a massive double up from the big slick for JV. The 4 on the turn gives Rhonda the kings full of 4s. Decent chunk out of JV's stack there.
Not so bad. Ace there. Supposed to have like 9 green, Jack 4.
Joe patting himself on the back, folding the nines because he could smell the Cowboys across the table from him. would have been crushed by the run out as well. Great preservation of that big chip stack. Ace 8 for Mike Reed on the button. 40,000 to go. Action on the big blind. Mike W. got 100,000 in front of him. He makes the call. 7-6 of clubs up against the Ace 8 offsuit for Mike Reed. 7, 9, 10. 2 hearts. The 7's currently in the lead. It's a bet of 25,000 and a quick call. King on the turn. All in on the king. Mike W. makes a bit of a move with his 7-6. The 8 for Mike Reed up and down. Could find a call somewhere in there. No 6, no jack. No 8, no ace. And Mike W. will be good here on this river. He does make the call. Drawing to an ace, an 8, a 6, or a 10. Mike W. at risk, but in the lead up against the ace 8 for Mike Reed. And it is the jack on the river. The 8 is good for the jack high straight. Great game from Mike W. 80% favorite on the turn there. And Mike Reed finds his jack on 5th Street. I believe they agreed to pay out $80 to the bubble. We are down to 4 players. Only 3 will get more than 1 WSOP point here in Tournament 5 of the second half of our WSOP series. A call from Joe. The Queen 9 of diamonds. And a call, or a check rather, from the big blind. 7 deuce of clubs. King, ace, jack. Rainbow on the flop. A check. A bet of 20,000 from Joe and a quick fold and a show of the 7 deuce in the big blind. Drawn to the ace high straight. Joe put just a min bet of 20,000 out there. Small blind. Not going to make the call with the 6-9 offsuit. Joe will take the walk. Joe always gets walks. Not sure quite what the statistic is on that, but I feel like whenever we do have a walk, Joe's almost always at the final table. It almost always seems to be Joe getting the free chips. Small blinds fear him. The dinner for 2 again. So now you're going to see why people fear him. 10-7 suited. He'll raise to 50,000. It's a call. Mike Reed's got a pocket pair again. In the big blind up against Joe. Ace, queen, six, two spades. About a 50,000 again from Joe. And a quick fold from Mike Reed. Played out just about exactly the same as the hand with pocket tens from Mike Reed with the ace, king, deuce flop. Joe bluffs out of position. He gets away with it on that flop right after the walk. All in with a mystery hand. Joe gets away from the 4-3 suited. Rhonda gets away from the king 3 suited. The pocket fours. Not the Jeremy special, but a special hand nevertheless.
No. I just came back from Dallas. I went to visit my son for a few days. Spring break. My kid's here spring break, so he got off for a few days. He's still going to school. I don't get no breaks.
Now it's Joe who has the Jeremy special. And he shows it no love. The Bronson for Mike Reed also gets no love. I don't have a fancy name for A7, but Rhonda likes it a whole lot. She's all in. King 7 does not make the cut. Rhonda had him dominated, but JV makes the fold.
Shut up like 4 in the morning. It's on Harry Hines Boulevard.
Shucky Ducky Mike Reed has pocket twos. Get a call. 5 deuce for JV. Queen Jack. Looks like it's going to be a raise. We see why Joe is such a feared big blind. And Mike Reed has found himself in another hand with a pocket pair up against Joe. This time Joe checks it over to Mike Reed, and Mike Reed checks it back. 4 on the turn, about a 50 from Joe. The Ducks still in the lead, but they are going to hit the muck. More great aggression from Joe there, earning himself a decent-sized pot on the turn. Very tough to play Ducks. Not even the 4 on the turn feels good. Yeah. Rhonda with a minor improvement. Last hand, King 8. This hand, King 9. She's going to raise this time. Up to 80,000. And it looks like everybody's going to get away from it. We are 1 minute away from a blind escalation. Be 15,000, 30,000, 30,000. Most likely next hand. It's a raise to 60,000. An all-in from JV. And a fold from Rhonda. Sounds like a jackpot was dealt in our cash game. Over $2,000 in the jackpot.
Oh, straight flush. Somebody hit the jackpot. She said too that she was gonna deal it tonight.
She did.
Ah,
Did say the jackpot was coming. A lot of straight flush eligible hands throughout the tournament earlier tonight. Rhonda on the button. Not much to look down at. Ace 4 for JV in the small blind. Just one opponent. He's all in with the ace. Queen Jack suited for Joe. Massive stack. Suited in the hearts. He might just find the call. Joe ends up putting it down, giving it over to JV pre-flop. King Jack for Rhonda. All in announced. Starting to get a little bit wild here at the final table. Ace Jack for Joe. Rhonda could be in massive trouble. He just laid down the Queen Jack suited. Joe. Oh, wow. He's lifting his cards like he wants to fold. He's in an incredible position here with Ace Jack. He lays down the Ace Jack. Nothing for Mike Reed to call with. And Rhonda takes it down. It's been a mixed bag for Joe. He's been playing very cautiously, and it saved him a lot of chips in a couple of our hands, but it's also cost him some chips in a couple of our hands so far. Still major lead, about 3 times the stacks of his opponents. In fact, the 3 of his opponents added together would just barely be larger than the 750,000 chips that Joe has. Deuce, King, Jack, all spades on the flop. They check to the turn, a second deuce. They check to the river, a second jack. Joe, with a mystery hand, is going to stab at it. All he needs is anything. 8-7 and 6-5. Our other 2 players are playing the board, and they both find the fold, so it doesn't really matter what Joe had. It was the nuts, effectively, up against a couple of unsuited number cards. All in with the King 6 of clubs. Ace Queen for Rhonda. It's a snap call. Uh-oh. Snap all in from Rhonda. King 6 of clubs. Live against the Ace Queen. No clubs on the flop. But a king on the turn. Mike Reed in the lead. And he will hold. King 6 of clubs. Outruns the ace-queen offsuit. A lot of strong opinions about ace-queen out here at South Plains.
Oops. Somewhere else. Mike.
Mike said, oops. Oh, okay, not bad. You're not supposed to have that hand, huh? I know the
Very relatable feeling. Shoving all in poker, seeing your opponent's hand, and all you have to say for yourself is whoops.
I raised small, big blind.
Not this time, says Mike Reed. Queen 6 suited. Rhonda has got an idea from her neighbor. It's call from Joe. Joe's got big slick with the king of clubs. Rhonda is live here with the queen 6, looking for a queen of 6. A bunch of clubs, but not too many clubs.
Who hit? Who? You did? Oh.
Michael finds his way to the stream table. Our jackpot winner. A queen, but also a king for Joe. And the ace makes the straight on the river. Broadway, great game from Rhonda tonight. You can't beat the runouts at South Plains.
So what'd you have? What'd you get?
One in hand? Oh, okay, so you got, what's that, four?
Just short of $700 to Michael for his one in hand straight flush that he just hit at our cash table. Big congrats. Dinner for two for JV. He doesn't want to have any fun. We're down to 3. All these players guaranteed extra WSOP points, at least 2. Will be 3 points to our second place player and 5 points to our first place player. Jack 8 for Joe. Jack 7 for Mike Reed. It's a call from Mike Reed. All in. Queen 9 for JV. Just in for 30 right now. Be just about half of Mike Reed's stack. He's reaching for some of those plaques. And he decides not this time. Let JV get away with it. In the small blind, a fold of the 10-9 offsuit. King 9 for Joe in the big blind. And now over 1 million chips. Missed that after that last hand. 6 deuce. Not the best starting hand in poker. JV's going to get rid of it while it's free. Cowboys for Joe.
Wow.
He got lost looking into the Cowboys' eyes. Didn't realize action was on him. He raises. 60. Looks like an all-in and a call. An ace on. Wow. An ace on the turn and a king on the river. Joe finds a miracle 5th card to eliminate Mike Reed. A great game from Mike Reed. He gets 2 WSOP points. And he'll earn our 3rd place prize tonight of $220. What a run out for Joe. I see why they're giving him walks. You don't want to be in a hand with him, whether he's behind or not, it seems. This time it's 7-9 of clubs for Joe. He raises, just like last hand, a snap all in from JV and a fold from Joe. 10-9 suited. JV finding the value of the 10-9 now, folding it just a few hands back. We're heads up now. Big cash game going. That's what they're talking about. Whether or not Mike Reed, one of our avid cash players, is going to sit down and try his luck at the recently christened new felt first jackpot of the new South Plains felt we have at that front table out there. Heads up. We're just going to check. Get in for the minimum. 2 pair for Joe on the flop. They check to the turn. Kind of sneaky. It's a check from JV. A bet from Joe is going to induce the fold. He'll take it down on the turn. 1 minute till we go up to 20, 40, 40. Joe. Large chip lead. JV is going to find very soon these blinds are completely unmanageable. Ace 6. And it's all of it. And it's a call. Ace 8 for Joe. He's always got him. He's always got it. Let's see. Anybody's game. A 3 and the 8 is going to play. A great game from JV tonight. But it is Joe. He always had the proverbial ace up his sleeve. Always found his way out of sticky situations. But with that being said, the tournament has come to an end. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back for our